Glad to have you with us from Charlotte, North Carolina, Jerry Richardson Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Charlotte 49ers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Illinois head coach told me before the game he has great confidence in the line of scrimmage and their ability to run the ball today. That's because he has got an experienced back. With a freshman quarterback, if he doesn't like what he sees, he can hand it off, and they will plan on having great success up front. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the 49ers kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Illinois' offense has the ball first today. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking, looking to lead this team to a win in the opener. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. They make the stop, and how about that spin move? Turn that into an 8-yard gain. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll ride him again. Powers through the defender. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Gibson. Runs through the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They've got him corralled.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Looking downfield, it's Jacobs. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. He's got the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Heaves it deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Illini. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space.
Hilarious,
you have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Charlotte's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. We have a look at Nathan Laycock, who could have a big-time role in this one. We'll keep our eyes on him all game long. The quarterback's telling us that he is going to be a problem. Looking for a gap. It's Boston. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Let's take just a minute and talk about Charlotte. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Got an alley. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The 49ers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's inside. It's Alexander. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Burrowing for yardage. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on 1st and goal that can maybe back them up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown 49ers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. He's past the sticks. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Tells the run, wants to pass. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Illinois. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hold and finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Again, it's Jarrett Gibson. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The corners are walked up tight. Finds his man on the RPO. Got him right there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Again, running right, it's Gibson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Jacobs. Left side is Gibson. Turning it on! And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football.
Touchdown, fighting Illini. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Here's Raiola to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Charlotte. A great catch and run for 6.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now, they are playing with tons of confidence.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. There he goes. Quick step and go. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, the line. He got a step and just dusted the field. stadium.
What the fuck?
His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To throw. Hauls it in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Stepping to the right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the 49ers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They're all over him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, what a cut! And they'll get him down after a solid return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got out of trouble and throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. 2nd and long here. Back to throw time, running short in the half. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Stanford taking on the number 16 team, the Michigan State Spartans.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We check in with Holly Rowe.
The Fighting Illini head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Couldn't set his feet.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. No real chance on the return, but
Why did
they
he
got
pick
it
that
at
off,
the
man?
34. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Illinois!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Charlotte. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Handoff for Jarrett. Sweet cut there. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Tight end now in motion. Here's Gibson one more time. At the 40, there he goes. Breaks into the open. Sees him in open space.
This is
An
sad,
opportunity
bro.
all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
This is sad.
Sells the run, looking to pass. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's Gibson. Touchdown, fighting Illini. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and how they roll.
Here on the Charlotte 49ers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Oh, time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Jacobs. Fires downfield. Complete in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
He makes a grab, and he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Illinois looking to pay things off on first and goal. Defense in press coverage. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Gibson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass at me down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Illini.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing Raiola. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The 49ers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Look out! And the pass falls incomplete, and we played 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the 49ers want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Raiola to the air again. The short hands, it's Boston.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Quarterback changing the play. 4th down, Raiola. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The 49ers are moving quickly down the field. The play fake, Raiola. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line and a big pickup on that one. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Way off target there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Again, it's Raiola. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. He's going to take off. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Raiola under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
To the air, it's Raiola. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this one is perfect.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to keep that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Gibson again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Rush is on. Out wide left, it's James. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Play action. Dylan Raiola. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's Raiola to throw. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going.
Touchdown, Niners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Here's Gibson one more time. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll give it to Jared Gibson. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here's Raiola to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Gibson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football.
He's looking deep. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean,